Son shit, y'all ready?
I hope y'all are. This episode, we're getting away from all of the alphabet joints. The 18th, the great, iconic, there's no ways to say this, Willie Mays. The great, I just went right back to say it again anyway. The great, iconic, legendary, legend, Willie Mays passed. So on the show, we took time to honor him. This whole episode might be a lot of sports references because you know how we do. We talk about some other stuff before we get into the segment. But yeah, man, Willie Mays. I ain't gonna talk too much about it because, like I said, you can hear it in the segment coming up. But yeah, man. Rest in peace. But while we are here talking about sports, I got a few things to say. What's up? Look, I'm trying to figure out a way to nicely say this because I've heard, and I've not only heard, but I'm witnessing a lot of black men going above and beyond to defend Caitlin Clark. Here's the wild part about this whole thing. Monica McNutt is a star now. She's the go-to now. She, her setting Stephen A in this place put her on a different spot. I know he would love to go, I gave her the platform to do that. You gave her the platform to speak, not shut you down. That ain't even what I'm here to talk about. But as she makes the rounds with all of these people, there are so many people who are willing to listen to her. I think what's going on is the entitlement that has plagued Hollywood, the entitlement that plagues music, is now somehow seeping into the WNBA. And I'm not cool enough, or I'm not in it enough to go the W. I'm not doing all that. You know what I'm saying? The W to me is still Wu-Tang, so I'm not even going to play those games. But what you have are these people who are like, I only want to see her, so that's who y'all should focus on. All these people huffing and puffing, go, yo, catch them in the real time. Don't let them Google stuff. Catch them in real time. When they're talking that talk, go, yo, who's the best team in the league right now? Who's the high scorer in the team right now? Who was the MVP the last couple of seasons? Who was the champion the last couple of seasons? Ask these people questions. Who's the lead rebounder? Who's doing this? Who's doing what in each division? Who's rocking right now? And they're gonna shut up. Because it's really not about the league. As much as they go, it's bringing more eyes to the league. It's bringing more voices to the league. The ratings that you're claiming that are up, it's not like a mega situation. It's not like, yo, millions have tuned in all of a sudden. The thing about ratings now is there's a point where you can go by sections. You can 15-minute blocks with the commercials and stuff. So it's like, okay, everybody tunes in by block 4 in a 2-hour show. Nobody's watching these games. So it's like everybody tuned in, was like, okay, that's who's playing. I'm out. So on paper, yeah, that looks good, but you got to realize the analytics is not looking at the startup. They're looking throughout the joint. And that's the stuff that they're judging things on. And the WNBA is still kind of where it is. Like I said, the people who are having all this huff and puff about Caitlin Clark, and these are sports outlets, sports pages and social media and all this sports pages on YouTube. You go through their joints. That's it. That's their WNBA coverage is her. That's it. They're not talking about any other teams. If it's not her, it's Angel. If it's not Angel, then they're not talking about either one of them. And nothing's being shown. They're not telling you about what teams are rocking right now, or who's doing this, or who could be the sleeper team like they do with the NFL and the NBA. They're not doing that. For you to go out here and try to put your 2 cents in and go, yo, I think I'm relevant with this. My voice should be heard in this. Nah. Stop. Yo, she should make the team. And they're telling you, once the Olympics is over, they start really gearing up, trying to figure out who's going to be in the next joint. It's a 3-year process. This chick is a rookie. She wasn't even thought about. How is that hard for y'all to comprehend? Like, their whole thing is the most popular person should be placed in a popular situation, which most of these people I figure might not be popular. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a difference between being the best and being popular. That's why you have this big divide, and I'm shifting a little bit, with the whole NBA Finals MVP thing. Tatum is clearly the most popular between him and Brown. If you saw those games, Brown was getting down. I don't mean to make that sound like it's a song, a bar or something, but y'all know what I'm saying. Brown was doing this thing. Definitely deserved it. And people are like, well, who votes for this? The real people. The people who are actually watching games from jump ball to the end of the horn. People who are actually watching the game. They're not rooting for their favorite player. They're watching the whole game. That's how that goes. Like when your favorite fighter wins by decision and you see the way the judges wrote it out, and then there's a couple of times where they gave them a tie, but it was the earlier rounds or the later rounds or some weird kabuki round that got your favorite fighter over, but you get honest because somebody who's with you is going to be honest, like, dude, I don't know how he won that. I mean, don't get it twisted, it was a tight fight. But there's like the rounds that they're claiming that my man got, or the rounds that were so-called tied. Yeah, the other dude was winning those. I don't know what they doing. This is and that's where we're at right now. Popularity for sports is so much more important than the actual sport. Caitlin's bringing eyes to the league. It'll be a good thing for the Olympics. It really won't. It really won't. When have you seen the basketball on primetime? It's going to be on Peacock. It's going to be on USA. It's going to be on some other weird channel. It's going to be in the daytime. If it is on NBC, it's not primetime material. It's not going to do anything. What are you talking about? You guys are lost. And I get it. This is all you know. And you don't want to know more. Like I said, you ask these people about anything else and they can't tell you anything else. This is it. If the highlights show that she had a good night, they're going to talk about it. Somebody fouls her, they're going to huff and puff about it. They don't know anything else. And these are the people who are the loudest. These are the people who are in abundance, flooding the stream. They're flooding everywhere. Their YouTube pages, social media pages. These are the people that get asked to come on radio and talk that talk. So yeah, it looks weird. There's no other conversation pieces for the WNBA outside of that, and your excuse is, well, they're the most popular. But there's a whole league. Who's winning? Who's losing? What's the records? I don't know. Then yeah. Why don't you go, yo, I'm only here to talk about this, and do that. There's people who do that. There's whole joints dedicated to one player. ESPN is literally dedicated to LeBron James. Off season, on season, like they will stop. Remember, they used to stop on their social media pages and go, yo, he's out here on vacation somewhere. Like, dude, what does that even got to do with sports? But it was just to let you know, LeBron's still out here chilling. Like, LeBron update for the day. You can be that. If that's what you want to be that, and let it be known that that's kind of what this is. This isn't really about the rest of the league. This is a fan page for Caitlin Clark. You could do that. Y'all can do that. Stop being a hater, man. Stop trying to... I think the whole league should... Man, the league's been around for 20 plus years, and y'all just now starting to try to go, I want to see what's going on, but not really. I just want to see Shorty. Yeah, I hate it. Speaking of hating stuff, Charles Barkley, I think last week, put it out there. When this coming NBA season is done, he's done. Done. And here's the sad part about Charles Barkley's situation. I thought about this, like, as he was saying, as I saw the video joint, and I thought about that. For those who don't remember, he renegotiated. He was ready to leave a while ago. TNT, and this is how deep and foul this game goes. And I'm not blaming TNT's. I'm not blaming Charles Barkley. This is definitely, clearly an NBA thing. TNT was like, yo, we're going to need you. We're going to need Shaq. We're going to need Ernie. We're going to need you guys as our leverage to keep the league here. Okay, cool, I'll sign again. And that's what he did. He said it. This isn't something I'm making up. This is what he said. I re-signed because they were like, yo, we're going to need you because the negotiations is coming up. We're going to need you. Translation, the NBA was like, ooh, well, if you're losing that, we might not even deal with you. Oh, word? Let's go get this guy and let's tell the other guys, yo, we're going to need y'all. Because the NBA is kind of going, without you, they're not even dealing with us anymore. That's the vibe you get off of that. I'm not saying that's what happened, but the fact that they didn't have to sign Chuck again. He was willing to ride off into the sunset and be chilling. Y'all remember when they was trying to ease that new group in and them Raiders weren't the same? And they kind of like moved them, like now they're kind of like integrating them together. But at first it was like, no, Tuesdays is this new group. Thursday is your OG group, and the OG group's numbers were always going to be ridiculously higher. Then they started kind of like throwing them together, like, yo, okay, let's integrate y'all together, like make it, you know what I mean, get a little, you know what I mean? But again, they told this to Charles. Charles Barkley is on record as saying that's the only reason why he re-signed. That's the only reason why he's doing this now. It's not that he lost love for it. It was like, yo, contract was up. I was cool with just falling back and chilling. They're like, nah, NBA needs this. They looking at it like, yo, if you guys ain't here, we really ain't got a chance of getting this. The NBA used that, knowing that they had other people out here. Here's the thing I don't think people understand. Warner Brothers Discovery, whatever you want to call them, wasn't looking to pay him that much. ESPN isn't looking to pay him that much. The people who were willing to do all that, pay him that much, that put the game in this weird place, are the people who never had it, being Amazon, or the people who want to get it back, NBC. Somebody else who at one point thought they wanted to get it back was also CBS, and then the numbers just got crazy, and CBS was like, oh yeah, nah, we're good. We'll fall back on that. We're all right with that. We're good. We're done. We're out. We don't even want to be, we're good. You could tell TNT had no intentions on putting that kind of money up for the NBA because word has it, and that, again, on record, TNT was in negotiations for at one point with the WWE looking to probably get Raw or SmackDown. Those are $1 billion contracts. Billions with a B. S at the end makes it plural. That's what they were looking to get. You know what I'm saying? So they already knew in their mind we probably aren't going to pay. We're looking to not really pay a lot for the NBA because the NBA as a product isn't really good. One, WWE, whichever one we get, that's all year round. That's not seasonal. All year round. That's guaranteed sponsorship. We're going to kill it. We can end up having that and this. I don't know what they were going to do with AEW. And you know what I'm saying? And Tony Khan even acknowledged, yeah, they did. But, you know, that's kind of how business is. You got to, like, test the waters, and they wanted to see what they could do. Salute to that man for being smart enough, because I'd be like, yo, word, y'all got a piece of my company. And y'all out here trying to buy the competitors? Oh, what y'all trying to do? What is going on? Hey. But that's not even the point. That's a whole nother joint. That's a whole nother thing. What I'm saying is, this was all on the table. There was no way they were looking to pay all that money for the NBA and still try to have money for the WWE. So you already knew off top they had no intentions of spending the kind of money that NBC has forced the game to come up to. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm saying it's not TNT's fault. It's not Charles Barkley's fault. This is the NBA. The NBA went, hey, without them, we ain't really, you guys aren't even on our minds right now. Like, yo, you guys are definitely backburner if you can't get that straight. Make sure y'all get that straight, then there's a conversation. They went out here and got that straight. And now the NBA's like, nah, these dudes who really desperately want to be in the mix are willing to pay whatever. Because again, I told y'all months ago, when you look at the NBA's ratings, they are staggeringly low. They are the kind of low where you're just like, they're not AEW low, but they're the kind of low where you're just like, the money y'all asking for, there's no way that you guys should be getting that money. No, there's no way the money that you're asking for should be in your pockets. I don't know what you guys like. There's nothing to justify the number that you guys are asking for. The ratings don't do it. Like I said, there's stuff out here. There's analytics out here that can tell you by segments, and you know for a fact pre and post inside NBA actually does better than the games. You know how wild that is, that your pre-show and your post-show has better ratings than the actual games that you're presenting. TNT had a gold mine. TNT has a gold mine. I don't think because WWE has SmackDown somewhere, Next is already somewhere, and Raw is supposed to be going to Netflix, so that's off the table. They're not going to really put a lot of money into AEW on renegotiation times, I don't think. I definitely don't think they will. So yeah, they have money. Who knows what's going on with their hockey thing, and they're also trying to get other sports. Their TNT sports section is really trying to get heavy. And that's what I mean. There was no way that they thought that they would be spending that money like that. NBA played them. NBA put it out there like, yo, what we gonna do? Charles Barkley like, yo, I'm done with all of this. When it's over, it's over. All you gonna have left is those boring ESPN joints. Like, it's so hard to listen to, and I don't even know why. I guess who are they gonna get on NBC? Who are they gonna get for Amazon? It's gonna be crazy. They're not going to compare to what we just have spent over 20 years watching and witnessing and experiencing. The camaraderie, the freeness. And look, if you're asking me, and I'm going to tell you my personal opinion, Adam Silver does not like the TNT crew. And it's not because they don't put on a good show. They do. It's the fact that, like, the realness of them. You know what I mean? Like, when he's on ESPN, it's all by the books. There's no gotcha moments. There's no hold on. Like, just out of curiosity, here's a question that ain't on the paper. They follow the script. TNT, you can go back and watch some of these interactions when he's there talking and they're talking about stuff, and Barkley gets ready to speak. More so Barkley and Kenny, when they get ready to speak, the look on Adam Silver's face. Remember when Trump had Kanye at his office, and Kanye was talking, and Trump had that look when Kanye was like, and I tell you something else, and you really want to know what? And he had that look like, oh Lord, just look. It's gonna make me look even worse when I tell my people to get him up out of here. They gonna have the Uncle Phil, Jazzy Jeff him for real. He about to say something stupid. You were not about to give me a George Bush doesn't like black people moment up in this joint. And he looked at him. He had that look. He was trying to be cool, but you could see that look on his face was like, yo, don't not embarrass me in front of these people. And he said whatever he said, and you could literally watch Trump nod. That was the breathe. That was the exhale moment. Yeah, all right. Woo. All right, cool. Adam Silver feels like that every time he's on TNT. And Barkley goes, I got a question. And he's like, okay. Kenny goes, hey, about that. I got something to say on about that. And he's like, okay. They're not that. They're not willing to go. I mean, you got to think about it. Kenny got up and left. You know what I'm saying? I'm standing with the players. And that's the other part about it. They're former players. They think different. They're moving different. And Kenny got up and just left. Adam Silver somewhere like, what? No, yo, what y'all gonna do about that? Nothing. What you supposed to do about that? Okay. What was you expecting us to do about that? Man, you making my show look. No, actually, he just brought more eyes to it because that's how real it is. They stood with the players. And remember what Charles and Chuck's and Ernie's comment was? I wish you would have told us and we would have all done it together. That is the stuff that Adam Silver on the low is not good with. So he's kind of like, okay, cool. I'm glad that's kind of like he was at the finals, the first finals, the game one. I don't know what's going on. He knows what's going on. We need to try to figure it out, you know what I'm saying? So these people over there know like whether or not they have. He knows. TNT, Tom Warner, they don't know. He knows. Charles don't know, as you can tell by what Charles was saying on his joint. Like, I don't know what's going to happen. I hope they still get it. They're the only ones in the dark. The NBA already knows. This is like a job application, and you're trying to see who's going to get that position. You already know who got that position. You know what I'm saying? You're just like, hopefully the people that we're choosing don't sound stupid in the interview. Don't mess it up somewhere before. They don't mess up somewhere before we actually get into the process of going, this is your job. That's what they're doing. They're sitting around going, we already know TNT is not going to be on the table. NBC's going to have to drop the ball, completely drop the ball for them to not get it. Amazon is definitely in. That's where we are right now. Crazy. Here's another thing I got to say this before we go any further. This generation is weird, man. So I'm gonna play a clip from social media. I want y'all to hear this clip, and then I'm going to explain what I'm hearing, what you're hearing, because this is just a crazy thing to me. I've never heard this before, so when I heard it, I thought to myself, that is clearly a generational thing. Like, there's no way this would have ever happened during my childhood. So we're gonna play this piece and then we're gonna get back and talk about it.
You've seen the orgies. You've seen the people that was the star.
Can we normalize sending the other family money for playdates? So recently, my daughter had a friend over, and I asked her mom for money, and this is how it went. So after the playdate, I texted her mom and I said, thanks for letting Jamie play today. Please help out with your share of the expenses for the playdate, totaling $15 via Venmo. Let's do it again sometime. Because I can't keep doing these playdates if it's so expensive. And she said, expenses? And I said, yeah, she used supplies and food while she was here. And this way we can do this more often without a monetary obligation on just one party, right? Makes sense. Now, she didn't say much, but she did say what supplies. And of course I wrote them down. There was chalk, applesauce, fruit. She sat on the couch, so that's wear and tear. She actually broke a toy. She had 3 juice boxes. She went to the bathroom. She had yogurt. Then she actually sent the money, and I sent her a message thanking her for it, of course. She didn't say anything else, but I said, this will make it easier for us to do more play dates in the future. So what do you guys think?
Look, I have so many things I want to say about this. First and foremost, my kid, who is 17, about to be 18, literally, most of his interactions have technically been play dates. You know what I'm saying? The parents, grandparents of classmate friends we're like, yo, they should, there's something going on, would he like to be, join? Would he like to get down? Hey, there's this thing, there's this, they got tickets for this. Would he like to go? Hey, they're going to this, can, drop them off here. Everything. It's always been for a good portion of it, always like that. There was a time where, he'd walk out the door and he had his own friends and parents have never met. That's like 4 people. You know what I'm saying? One of them is still a good friend today, that when he's like on the street and somehow they end up meeting each other, it's like, yo, that's my man's, what's up? That. But for the most part, the rest of his crew knew him since 4th grade. Knew him since they were playing baseball together. You know what I'm saying? That's his group. And yet still, there's like, yeah, I'm going bowling. Parents are there. Off in the cut somewhere. But they're there. Parents meeting each other. Parents knowing each other. So I feel weird going, play dates are corny. But at the end of the day, I've been there. I try not to be there. Like, hey, I'm not doing that because that's corny. You know what I'm saying? Like, and at the same time, I like the fact that we know all of the parents. We know these kids. We've seen these kids grow. Like, when you see some of these kids, you're like, yo, I seen this dude in a while. Like, yo, when did you get so mammoth? Like, yo, how you look like Sasquatch now? What have you been eating? You know what I'm saying? That's just life, right? The other side of it is, if you take on the obligation to be the house, that's the cool parent stuff, right? Usually that's the cool parent. The cool parent is the house parent. Like, yeah, y'all come through. You don't want them to drink something. You don't want them to eat something. You're cool enough with them to go, nah, y'all can't have none of this. Y'all can have this. Who is charging other parents wear and tear for sitting on the couch? What? For using the bath? You don't even pay to use the bathroom when you go out to public places. I go to the movie theater, there's nobody going, yo, you need to urinate, that's 30 cents. It's a whole $1 if you're trying to do a doozy. No, that's not how, you know what I'm saying? Hey, when they go, hey, you eating in or you eating out at the fast food spot, they ain't putting the extra tax. What is this? This is bathroom tax. Bathroom tax, just in case you use the bathroom. And if I don't, but if you do, she charged her for going to the bathroom. Who is doing this kind of stuff? Like I said, first of all, the concept of play dates to me was always too authoritarian for me. You know what I mean? Like, it's a little too authoritarian-ish for me. I know I might be pronouncing that all wrong, but the fact that you're controlling who your kids play with always felt weird to me. You know what I'm saying? Even now, but the other difference is there's times when they have fallouts and they just don't kick it with that person. Or, yeah, we beefing right now and he doesn't join, or he's not part of it. That's how that goes. So it's like, all right, cool. You get that. But I always thought to try to dictate and go, these are the kids you should play with. Don't play with them kids. Was always weird to me. Even as I tell y'all, we lived it. We have lived through this. I can't understand. I couldn't be the parent that you did that to. Hey, you know what I'm saying? So-and-so wants to have people spend the night at his house. And your son's one of them. All right, you want to go over there? Yeah, cool. All right, yeah, we'll drop him off. You get there the next day to pick him up, and there's a bill. Like, yeah, you went to the bathroom, you ate some food. This is stuff that you set up. Y'all set this. What is it talking? Like, you should have known. It's expenses. I'll bring a pizza. What is you talking about? When did that stop being the thing to take that responsibility on? Like, she's charging for something that you kind of just do. Like, we've taken other kids to baseball games with us. Like, yeah, and paid for their food, even if they had money. Yo, boom, here you go. It's on us, because we're the host. You know what I'm saying? It's like when you go out of town, and I know this is going to sound like I'm talking about my girl, because my girl's family is they are like, there's a whole lane for them. that when she goes out of town, she's paying for everything. When the hope, like, hey, you come out here, we go here. They're going here and going here, and it's coming out of our pockets, her pockets technically, because I don't go. It's coming out of her pockets. Like, hold on, y'all out here making a bunch of plans and trips, and y'all got stuff calendared and penned in on what y'all want to do. Y'all got a whole agenda. Y'all got a whole joint. Y'all got the whole get down, but no money. Like, y'all, wow, who's doing this? How y'all doing this? Why would you even go out of your way to go, yo, and y'all reimburse me? Like, first of all, I think the sad part of this, listening to this woman's clip, is that's not something that's negotiated before. She hollered at her on the back end, which was just grimy. Because you say that on the front, like, yeah, you know, and I do this thing where I charge parents, it'll be like $15 or $20, and they're going to go for what? And as soon as she says stuff like for playing with toys and sitting on the couch and going to the bathroom, they can be like, oh, no, we're good. That's all right. How about we meet at a park and my kid and your kid play at a park? That is just ridiculous. The only thing that's happening now is we're both spending gas money. Or if we live close enough to walk, that's it. No, I will bring my own refreshments for my child, and you do the same. When did we start? Like, what's going on? How we, like, where, what? Yeah, your kid, it's gonna cost him like $20 to spend the night. $20 to spend the night? Hey, he'll stay home. He got a phone, y'all got a phone, he got a phone. Their kids got a phone, they'll just talk on the phone. They be alright. Virtual slumber party, I don't know. Nah, what? No, nah. When did we start doing that? How are we, like, I can't, look, these new, hey, boy, look. And that's why I'm so glad I grew up in the era I grew up in, where you just made your, first of all, you made your friends through trial and error. And you hung out when you wanted to hang out. You know what I'm saying? There was always some kid that your people would be like, I don't think I like you hanging out with them. You still hung out with them. You know what I'm saying? Everybody had that there was one or two houses everybody hung out at. That's just real. That's just how it went. That's just what it was. And a lot of times, those parents never even, like, man, I knew people who my parents never met their parents. Never. Unless you happen to be in the mall with your people, and they were in the mall with their people. Hey. And that was the closest. Oh, John, that was your mom? Yeah, that was my mom. That was your mom? Yeah, that was my, that was it. That was it. Or you knew them because you knocked on the door enough times and they answered a couple of times. But the parents never knew each other and didn't even ask to know each other. They wasn't like, oh yeah, there you go right there. And the parents like, oh, you know, I'm so-and-so, so-and-so. Hey, yeah, I know our kids play together. Da, 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 da. Nah, they was on their own world, still doing it. Nah, what are we doing, man? We just hung out. We hung out. Play dates? Man, that kid social life is going to be trash. Parents are going to be like, yeah, y'all can just kick it in school. That's it. And then when they get older enough to kind of like navigate through the streets, they'll kick it on the streets. But yeah, the concept of the play date would be eliminated with her easily. Maybe you should have, no, I'm good. I heard about you. You out here charging parents. I just think it's, compensation. No, we're good. We're all right. You know what I'm saying? Or I bring my kid and they got their own snacks. Here's a cooler with some juice boxes and some food. And I told my kid not to drink them juice boxes too fast and have to go to the bathroom and to sit on the floor. Yeah, I'm not giving you. I don't understand the logic of that. Yeah, that's just, I'm lost on that. Like the audacity, and she's like, and she didn't reply back. What was she supposed to, she was like, yo, probably telling the kid, you're not gonna hang out with that girl no more. That was it. And kids probably young enough to not even, worry about it for one, and two, may ask. Because you ask, look, My kid go, why? I'm go, yo, because her people's just charged us for you being over there. Like, yo, it costs this much for you to sit on the chair. My kid's gonna laugh. Like, what? Yeah. And you could tell him that. And then, and he'll probably come back. Well, they say then you must be poor. No. It's not about being poor or rich. It's about just decency. If you're going to be the host. Nobody's asking you to host. You're volunteering to host. Which means if you're charging me for something that you voluntarily did, there's an issue. Nah, I'm good. I'm straight. But yo, is this where we at now? We're charging people for like your kid coming over the crib? What? And the concept of the play date of just like, yo, I dropped my kid off at your house. Like, I grew up with, that wasn't a thing. You got up, you walked out the door, you hooked up with other people. It was always somebody it was 3 ways y'all met. Somebody initiated the get down of knocking on the doors to get to everybody else. 2, it was already preset that, yo, yeah, man, after wrestling go off, meet us at, I'm going to the basketball court when wrestling go off. All right, cool, I'm going to go buy me some snacks. I'm going to be at the basketball court. You get to the basketball court, the rest of the crew there. There was 3, which probably happened far more than 1 and 2. You just happen to be out and they're out. Then while you're out, you just happen to, hey man, what you doing? What y'all doing? And then y'all all kicking it together. Or you go to where the main spot would be anyway. Yeah, I got the ball. I'm about to go to see who balling. Boom. I'm over here. I'm about to see who's over here. Boom. Oh, there they go right there. Boom. That was it. And y'all kicked it. That was life. There was no play dates. Parents weren't involved like that. You can call that gin, whatever you want to call that. Yeah, whatever. Point is, nobody was out here feeling weird getting an email or a phone call about, I'm charging you because your kid used the bathroom at my house. What? Okay. How much did did my kid do? Yeah, it's $5 for pee, but he dropped the doozy, and then he had the double flush. So a doozy itself is $20, and then he had the double flush. That's another $10. Like, I don't know what you're feeding your kid, but the fact like he had the double, and then he left like one of those doodle streaks up in there. Like there's a big old, so we had to flush it a couple more times to get that out. Yeah, it's like $60. $60 because of a dump? Wow. And we fed him, and we had real good food. We had like steak, potatoes, corn, you know what I'm saying? We had A1 sauce, and then for dessert we had a chocolate eclair. Yeah, that's about another $60, because that's the kind of price you pay if you went out to eat. So that's another. So now it's like $100 and some dollars. Also sat on the couch and watched a whole movie, Moana. So at a theater, that's about, for a child, $6. That's now added $6 to that. Yeah, and drinks and snacks. So that's another $10 on that. Yeah, you owe about $145 now, I think, for a kid to kick it for like 4 hours at your house. I don't even know if you pay it. You just be like, yo, do you pay that? Like, yo, what would she do? Would she sue? I'ma sue you if you don't pay me my $145. Well, let's take it to court. Judge Judy, Joe Brown, or whoever, they gonna have to explain that to me. That's just real, man. That's wild. The audacity. Like that, her daughter is gonna be bullied for no other reason than the parents talking bad about that situation. My mama said that y'all suck. My dad says you guys are swindlers. Yeah, you guys, you know what I mean? And then just not hang out with them no more. I was told not to hang out with you no more. Hey, you want no? Never ever again. I was told to never hang out with you anymore. I know our birthdays are on the same, because girls do stupid stuff. Girls are bonded together by stupid stuff. Our birthday's the same day. Oh my God. You like pink too. Oh my God. You think that guy's cute too. Oh my God. You have the same shirt as me. Oh my God. What? You missed the tooth. You lost your tooth the same time I lost my tooth. Oh my God. Stupid stuff. Chicks become friends for stupid stuff. You know what I mean? And now they can't be friends no more because their birthdays are the same day. And it's like, no. And then, she's not going to let her kid go to anybody's house because they're going to do the same thing to her and then up the price. So he's like, nah, I'm good. If they can't come here, you can't hang out with them. Mom, I know what they're going to do. They're going to charge me up and try to get the money back. No, I'm good. I was doing it from a noble standpoint. I think they're just doing this out of pettiness. Nope. That's where we going to be at, man, with that. That's just wild to me. Anyway, thank y'all for listening. I know that was a wild rant, I know, but I don't get it. I'm sorry. Anyway, thank y'all for rocking with me. East Coast, West Coast, worldwide, Lost Boys, please do not be one of these parents out here trying to charge somebody else's parents because you wanted to host the house situation. That is just cornball stuff right there. That is when everybody goes to somebody's birthday party and all the parents are going to just be looking like, I can't believe that. So who going to charge her for that? Because she ate a piece of cake too. You ate a piece of cake too. We charging you. This is some good cake. But anyway, East Coast, West Coast, worldwide, Lost Boys. Thank y'all for listening. Let's get into this segment. Rest in peace to the legendary, I was about to say Miles Davis. Willie Mays. Willie Mays and Miles Davis ain't even the same joint. But rest in peace to Miles Davis too. Yes. Hey, look, we here. Look, man, you know how I go with it. When you live, man. All day, every day, we don't play. We keep it pumping all day, every day, we don't play. Some like to listen, some don't listen. I be out here, but I'm here to pay you. I'm playing. I gotta stop that, man. Somebody gonna test my rhyme game, and I'm like, ooh, I don't even know what I do. Like I be lost first. But anyway, it's that time of the night where we do what we do and we get down how we did down. So let's do it like this. Take it from the top. We gonna take it from the top like this moment in Black history, and it don't stop and it don't quit. Yeah, we've done Juneteenth before, but this ain't even about Juneteenth. Salute to the Major League Baseball who was out here trying to play games out there in the field out there in I think Alabama, one of the oldest baseball fields. But it's not about that. But it is about baseball. Because yesterday we lost one of the greatest baseball players of all time. Like, no, all that old GOAT talk is cool. This. Sometimes you gotta be like, yo, okay, this dude precedes the conversation. And this is one of those dudes who precede that conversation. The great, and I say that with all respect on top of it, the great Willie Mays, born May 6th, 1931 out there in Westfield, Alabama. You know what I'm saying? He passed yesterday. He transitioned yesterday. He went to a whole nother place yesterday. Look, let me tell y'all, man. My man is a 24-time All-Star, World Series champion 1954. 2 times he was the NL MVP. He got the NL Rookie of the Year. He was the Golden Glove dude 12 times. He got the Roberto Clemente Award. You know what I mean? Batting champion for the NL in 1954. 4 times was the home run leader. 4 times was the stolen base leader. Look, come on, man. What is we talking about right here? You know what I mean? For real, let's get into it like this, man. We Major League Baseball All-Century team. Major League Baseball All-Time team. We talking crazy accolades. Was one of them dudes from the Negro Leagues who was out here popping and rocking and getting it going. Bring it back. You know what I mean? So yeah. Let's not even talk about craziness. My man was out here with the Chattanooga Choo-Choos at one point, which was a minor league Negro League team. Then he was with the Birmingham Black Barons. This is what we talking about right here. This is a great, one of the greatest. You know what I'm saying? Godfather to Barry Bonds. But that ain't even a thing. Like, that ain't even something you put your you know what I'm saying? Like, and I ain't saying that I'm hating on Barry Bonds, but I'm saying, like, out of everything this man accomplished, that's like, that's one of those joints. By the way, you know what I mean? He could sing. I don't know what my man could do, but I'm just saying. When you talk about where the standards are, he is a bar setter. He is where the standard is when it comes to that. And me personally, this is all personal now. This is no longer the accolades and all this that we need to always acknowledge. You know what I'm saying? I know this is the alphabet joint and all that, but when greatness is upon us, and y'all know me, I like to say stuff. I don't like to talk about the dudes that we all know, the people we all know. This is one of them joints. And it was like, so yeah, I bob and weave around that. But the brothers passed, and we gotta acknowledge it. But for me, he was one of them dudes. Personally, like I said, this is me personally now. For me, he was one of them dudes. Satchel Paige was one of them dudes. Gibson was one of them dudes. You know what I'm saying? Hank Aaron was one of them dudes. I was never really personally a Jackie Robinson dude, but I understood who he was, and I understood why they needed him. But Willie Mays was that guy. Willie Mays was that dude. Like, when I was a kid and they talk about baseball and they talk about the greats and they do the Maggio joints and they do the Babe Ruth and what was Lou Gehrig. I was like, what's the man with the disease? He got a whole disease named after him. You know what I'm saying? When they would talk about these dudes, he was right there with them. He was monolithic with these dudes. He was that guy amongst these dudes. You know what I mean? And it was just, it was always dope, especially when you're a black kid, and then to be black and to watch the decline of black people wanting to play baseball. Let me take that back, because that's BS too, by the way. Because my kid played baseball, and we went to a bunch of camps. And when you go to these camps, there's a bunch of brothers and sisters at these camps. I think what happens with baseball is they up the price so much that it discourages people to participate. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to the more elite programs, you know what I'm saying? When it's just that little local stuff, like it costs like $70, $80, maybe $90, $100 to get in. You gotta also provide the bats. You gotta make sure they got the cliques. You know what I'm saying? Boom, boom. Okay, cool. Then there's programs like, cause we was looking into joints, and it's like, they want $500 just for the sign up. The $500 to sign up and try out. $500 to sign up and try out. Your kid don't get picked. It ain't like, here's your $500 back. That's just like, that discourages people. Like, my kid just wants to play to have fun. Like, what? $500 to just have some fun? I don't know, B. That's a little weird. Then you gotta come up with and then you gotta have like certain bats. They want your bats to be and that's where, like, salute the Dicks. I have no problem with Dicks, but that's where Dicks and them come in, because they be like, you gotta get your stuff exclusively from Dicks. You know what I mean? Dicks ain't cheap. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know how you want to take that. I don't know how y'all won't take that, but I'm just saying, if you know the sports place, we going with the sports place, but I'm just saying, the way I said that, it's like I'm out here with like a shorty who was like, but what I got to do to get with you? Well, girl, it ain't cheap, you know what I'm saying? What you trying to do? You know what I mean? Time is money, and money is time, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's gonna cost you a good $550 for a dry hump. Like, for real? Yeah, no, I'm talking 550, mama. Like, just, let's put the clothes on. You know what I'm saying? Making noises like we kindergarten. Like look, I said kindergarten. I ain't gonna front. We remember when we was little kids playing doctor in the cut in school. You know what I mean? Up in the little playhouse joints. And then the teacher's like, well, what y'all doing? We go together for play. But we was dry humping for real. But anyway, that's a whole nother joint though. But anyway. Yeah, man, they be out here like, yo, you gotta go here, then you gotta go to these places, you gotta pay. Make sure you pay your dues to get your kid. So when we go over here to this place, you gotta make sure you're driving, hit the money it costs for gas. That discourages people from like really trying to get their kids in it, and then that's when the color dissipates. It's no longer a lot of people. It's just like, okay, all right. You know what I mean? But anyway, man, this is what we do. Salute. Rest in peace to Willie Mays. Let's get back into this music. Get at me on Google. Just Google me. And you know, I'm going to get down one day and put a lot of stuff in order on Facebook. I know I saw look, I posted about I posted on Father's Day, last year's Father's Day, which by the way, when I listened back to it, I'm like, yo, this is dope. I don't even think I could have topped it this year. I don't know where I was geeking last year. But anyway, I posted it. I'm like, yo, I noticed I still got like the 30-year anniversary 2023 for my group and everything. I haven't sat down and really fixed anything or organized stuff, but we gonna get into that at some point in time. It's a lot of stuff on my table right now. It's summertime and it's hot. It's so hot right now. Like, it is hot. You know what I mean? But anyway, it's that kind of, it's just, oh man, it's that, oh my God. Like, birds ain't even flying. Like, birds are flying less and less. They're just hanging out in trees. And then they're hanging out on the ground under trees. They're just like, yo, we ain't doing none of this right now. Squirrels, they just chilling. Squirrels are just laid out on branches. Like, yo, this is wow. Some raccoons, it's hot. Deer out here in Cincinnati, I don't know, look, if you from Cincinnati, I don't even know if this is an Ohio thing, but out here in Cincinnati, you can walk out your door and just see deer chilling. Like, it's just, like you know how you walk out the crib and see squirrels? You walk out the crib and see deer. I saw deer, all the deer is just hanging up under the tree, laid out, like, yo, son, it's hot. What do we do? That's how hot it is out here, man. But anyway, man, let's get back into this music. Google me. Let's do it. Yes. Hey, that's my time. Y'all ain't understanding. I was about to throw some Public Enemy in there before I left. I wanted to throw some Public Enemy in there before we got up out of here. But there's always next week and the week after next. But this is what we do, man. If you're thinking to yourself, yo, I ain't heard a lot of these in a long time, man. This is why, yo. This is what we do. This is how we get down on a Wednesday. We always give y'all the dope classics. Saturday, we gonna hit y'all off with whatever, man. Whatever. It's a whole bunch of bangers, new joints, old joints, stuff you might not know about, stuff you might be heavily familiar with. But we gonna do what we do. So we gonna get down like this. They say you only live once. That's a lie. You only die once. So anytime that your God allows you to get out here and continue your situations of your journey, you keep traveling because it's your journey. Show the world the best version of you. Y'all be safe. Peace.
This is a Soul of Art presentation.